Everyone and their mom thought that Irv Smith Jr., Swerve and Irvin, the actually only Swerve and Irvin, screw you, Tyler Irvin, and your stupid face and your stupid Packers backfield, whatever. But everyone thought that Irv Smith Jr. was going to have a breakout season in year dose. Hasn't happened yet. Yeah, but you would think logically. So the Vikings lost Diggs. Rudy's a little bit long in the tooth. All he does is catch 1-yard touchdowns, one-handed. And then Kirk does need a middle of the field, down the seams weapon. And Irv Smith, that's him to a T. Like you saw him and Tua back at Bama, just down the seams, yards after catch monster. It was going to be a big year and getting more out of 84 because Irv Smith, he's too big for safeties and corners. He's too fast and sexy for linebackers. He's a mismatch nightmare, but hasn't happened. Has not happened yet. And yeah, you could say the Vikings have struggled mightily everywhere. And yes, sample size 3 games. And the Vikings offense, like we said, has been pretty helter-skelter, hit and miss. But Irv has been non-existent. He's like, he's gone. Right. And he's out there. He has played 102 of the Vikings, 171 offensive snaps, 59.6%. That's slightly behind Kyle Rudolph. And he's been lined up all over the place. In line. He's been in the slot. He's been out wide. He's been pretty much everywhere where you expect a guy like an F tight end, a move tight end, a joker tight end, whatever you want to call it. That is Irv Smith. But he hasn't had much to show. He's had 2 catches for 14 yards and 0 touchdowns on 5 targets, including 0 against the Titans. Like, didn't even look his way. But yeah. And in fact, Irv has had more dumb penalties this year. 2 in the Colts game, one in the Titans game, than he has catches this year. 3 dumb penalties, 2 catches. Great. It's good to see, right? And with the Vikings, with significant catch-up time in 2 of those 3 games, you would think that Irv would at least be racking and stacking up a little bit of garbage time stats, but he hasn't even done that. So what is going on? What is the problem here? So went back and looked at the tape, and it's not that Irv isn't getting open. He certainly is. And part of it is on Kirk Cousins, where he does just seem transfixed and forcing the ball to his first primary read, which he's done that more through 3 games this year than he ever has his time in the Vikings. Kirk Cousins is very good at going through his progressions, but he just had target fixation early on in the season, and maybe it's the lack of OTAs, maybe it's the lack of training camp preseason, maybe he's still developing trust with guys like Jefferson and BC and Irv to a degree, even though he's with the latter 2 last season. I get it. I do get it. And also, Irv is often second, third, 4th read on most of the plays. He does get open. He does get separation, but Cousins is locked on Thielen, or he doesn't see Irv, and this and that and the other thing, or the offensive line just crushes everyone right. So a lot of it is opportunity. Also, it's not like Kyle Rudolph is out there crushing worlds, looking like you look like Travis Kelce out there, right? So Rudy only has 4 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown on 6 targets, and he's on pace for 32 targets this season, which is nearly half of the 55 targets he had in 2019, which was already a 5-year career low. So it's not like Irv's lack of usage is Kyle Rudolph is blowing up. It's not like that is to blame for the lack of Irv usage. And that ain't the thing, right? So a lot of this is Kirk. A lot of this is Kubiak. A lot of this is on Irv as well. And also, it's odd, because you look at Kirk's time with the Vikings, except for last year, but you look at his time in Washington as well, and also Kerry Kubiak historically, like, they love the tight ends, and they cannot lie. And also, it's not like Irv isn't talented, so it's just an anomaly so far. And yeah, maybe just venting this frustration, just like we did after 2 weeks with Justin Jefferson, and then the squeaky wheel will get the grease. Maybe Irv Smith against the Houston Texans, which can't. Yeah, of course the Titans, they were going to play a home game against the Steelers on Sunday, but the NFL's like, oh, you can have an extra day, even though you infected the Vikings with COVID. And the Vikings, who may not even practice this week, by the way, then they have to travel to Houston, north to south, across the country, and then just like, oh yeah, you got to play. Good luck trying to get your first win. Cool, but I digress there. So, again, chalk up to bad luck, failure to go through the progressions by Cousins, as well as sample size for right now. But still love. We're still feeling big-time Swerve and Irvin. Feel like the big game is coming. Maybe he'll be the hero and the MVP against the Texans. I guess we'll see. But your thoughts? Where's Irv Smith? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.